Hi, this is Morley and this is the M-Wire. In this video, we are going to look at how Senator Kelly Loeffler introduces legislation to go against big tech censorship. This is going to be a hot topic over the next while, guys. That is absolutely and certainly for sure. I want to thank all my new subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so, as that would greatly help out the channel. With the most recent meeting in the Senate Judiciary Committee with big tech censorship, people are getting a keen understanding of how widespread it is. A lot of people were under the impression that it was just about the Hunter Biden story, but the reality is that's just the tip of the iceberg. To give an example, yesterday, U.S. Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Mark Morgan had his account suspended by Twitter for hateful conduct because he was tweeting about the benefits of the wall on the southern border. The irony being that the Ayatollah of Iran can freely tweet about his hate for Israel and how it needs to be annihilated. The double standard here is nothing less than glaring. These meetings with big tech are all fine and well, but things need to move forward with actual legislation preventing the censorship. Enter Senator Kelly Loeffler, Republican senator from Georgia. She introduced the Stop Suppressing Speech Act of 2020 to the Senate. This is definitely a step in the right direction. That, with the DOJ filing an antitrust suit against the parent company of this platform, is a nice start in getting legislation passed. This much we know for sure. Trump in his second term is going all the way as far as big tech censorship is concerned. He will not recant on this, folks. This is going to be for the long haul. Let's get into this. Senator Loeffler introduces legislation to stop big tech's un-American and anti-democratic censorship. Republican Senator Kelly Loeffler of Georgia introduced the Stop Suppressing Speech Act of 2020 to the floor of the United States Senate on Wednesday, October 21st. The bill's goal is to prevent big tech and companies such as social media websites from being able to selectively censor lawful speech on their platforms. The senator argues that her bill would promote free speech and transparency on some of the internet's most widely visited websites. Free speech is the bedrock of American democracy, and our founding fathers enshrined this sacred right in the First Amendment to the Constitution, said Loeffler in a statement released after she presented the bill. In a country that has long cherished the freedom of expression, we cannot allow big tech to handpick the speech that conservatives and Americans may access and post on the internet. The Stop Suppressing Speech Act aims to amend the ambiguous terminology presented in Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. This section provides immunity to websites over the content they host but did not create themselves. Tech experts argue that this has helped massive social media websites like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube expand as billions of users freely create their own content. However, these same companies have also used Section 230 for their own benefit. The section has allowed these same companies to restrict or remove content whenever they feel like it, without fear of being taken to court for their actions. Many have argued, like Loeffler, that the disproportionately impacted speech made by conservatives on the internet. Loeffler wants to amend a part of the portion of Section 230 which states that companies are immune from civil liabilities if they censor content they believe to be obscene, lewd, lascivious, filthy, excessively violent, harassing, or otherwise objectionable, whether or not such material is constitutionally protected. Tech experts agree that the part of Section 230 that allows websites to restrict other objectionable content has given big tech companies way too much leeway, allowing them to restrict or remove content at will. Loeffler's bill would replace that phrase with unlawful or that promotes violence or terrorism. For too long, big tech is hidden behind the overly vague Section 230 protections while engaging in practices that are fundamentally un-American and anti-democratic. Loeffler's Senate bill supported by companion legislation in the House. Loeffler isn't alone in trying to fight back against big tech. On July 29th, Republican Senator Paul Gosar of Arizona presented the House of Representatives the Stop the Censorship Act 2020, which is much like Loeffler's bill, seeks to amend a portion of Section 230. Under the Good Samaritan provision of Section 230, companies are given immunity from lawsuits for removing both content and the users that posted said content from their websites. Gosar's legislation revokes the immunity by once again removing the otherwise objectionable portion of the bill. This, Gosar argues, will incentivize social media platforms to better abide by their own terms of service. Gosar's bill goes further. Current interpretations of Section 230 provide big tech companies with immunity from antitrust claims. If Gosar's bill were to pass, this immunity would be revoked, giving the country an avenue to break up the tech giants. The broad and undue immunity for content and user removal granted by Section 230 must be reined in by Congress, said Gosar. We cannot continue to subsidize, deputize, or blackmail Silicon Valley to decide what is or isn't allowable conversation. Freedom of speech and the market competition are two of the strongest pillars of American freedom, but big tech has shown little regard for either. Congress must protect the values that make America great, said Republican Jim Banks of Indiana, one of the 10 co-sponsors of the bill. This has been a long time coming, folks. Big tech has basically been under Section 230 since the internet started in 1996 or so. It needs to be changed. I still contend you should be able to post whatever you like on the internet so long as it isn't illegal. Thank you so much for coming along to my video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And go vote. If you haven't voted, go vote. Don't wait till the last minute. Thank you, and God bless.